taking a look at the new Tombow Fudenosuke Pastel Brush Pens. Hi everybody, welcome to today's pen review. We are looking at the Tombow Fudenosuke Pastel Soft Tip Brush Pens. So it is my understanding that these are similar to their regular Fudenosuke color pens, which are similar to the Pentel Touch. I really do like these Fudenosuke pens. They're what I learned to letter on, but we are going to take a look. This is one of their new products that they just released. It currently retails for about $18, $17.50 US. It says it writes on dark and light paper. It's great for lettering and illustration. It is a water-based pen, just like their other ones. The color dries more opaque as the ink dries. One thing that I'm cautious about is the layer ink to intensify color, so I'm curious to test that out. And it says to store them horizontally. That probably has something to do with the ink separating, but we will take a look. There are 6 colors: purple, blue, green, yellow, pink, and white. We will swatch all of them so that we can see what they look like. We'll be swatching it on white paper as well as black paper. I ordered with the VIP kit, so it came with this black paper. So this is not sponsored. I purchased this with my own money, and we will take a look and see how it does. This won't be the same as my extensive brush pen review. This one's just going to be quick to take a look how it manages on the different kinds of paper. Okay, so we're going to work with the black paper it came with. I'm hesitant to work with this kind of a paper. It feels kind of a little bit rough, not as smooth as other paper. I have my Otter and Olive dot notepads here. We can give it a try on the craft to see how it does there as well. And then the 160 GSM black and the 160 GSM white. So let's get swatching. It comes in this plastic case, just like the other pens do. And these are the colors. The barrels are exactly the same as the regular Fudenosukes. And they're labeled, so it tells you what color they are. So we have white, lavender, this is pale yellow, this is light blue, soft pink, and light green. It says a water-based pigment ink, so the pigment part of the water-based ink explains why you need to leave it stored horizontally. So let's start with the white paper and we will start swatching. So they feel exactly like the regular Fudenosukes. This is after one layer, so we will keep going. And then, I mean, yeah, you're not going to see the white on the white paper. And I don't think it's quite thick enough to use as a corrector. So like you would use a white paint pen. So we will bypass it on this. Overall, it's pretty. I really do like it. I find it's very, I mean, I'm going to say pastel-y, which is exactly how they're marketed. So if we go repeatedly over it, we'll see what happens. The 160 GSM paper seems to hold up. We're going to just go over it after it dries. So let me just get some color down and then we will repeat over top of it. So considering it's a pigment ink, it doesn't take long to dry at all. It's not lifting the paper, which I thought was pretty cool. So from a smudge perspective, it does smudge right away. So if you're left-handed, you're just gonna be careful of that. It kind of feels like a bit of a highlighter to me, like when it first goes down on the page. It's got a highlightery effect to it, which is kind of cool. I mean, they're fun and I like the colors, But let's give it a try on the black. Let's see what it's going to take for it to show up on the black. So because we haven't done the white yet, we'll start with the white. So I'm not going to lie, like it goes on clear and it dries opaque, which is what it says, but just to see it in action is super weird. Color becomes more opaque as the ink dries. We'll keep going and see. I did a second layer over top of there, but we'll see what happens. So when I'm writing, I can see, I don't know if the camera is picking it up, but I can see where the ink is going down so that it's not too hard to letter. So it's not bad. I prefer the way paint pens show up on black. So I think that's kind of what I want to see, is kind of that paint pen pop. I mean, these guys don't claim to be paint pens at all, so that's not the case. They're not supposed to. But they're kind of cool for an effect. I'm just layering over top so that we can get an idea of layering. Okay, so while those are drying, we're going to give a try on the craft. I'm going to flip it around. Okay, so let's try the craft. They don't claim to work on craft paper, but this is a no for me. Now, while it still works, I don't like how washed out the colors look. I would much rather continue playing on the black paper than I would on the craft. So, but I wanted you to see what it would look like on craft paper. So far, the white paper is my favorite. So just for curiosity, I just wanted to see the paper it came with. See what would happen on paper that's a bit more porous, I guess. So this paper is a lot more porous than the 160 GSM paper I used, and this is a no for me. So I wouldn't use these on just any black paper. I would definitely stick to a thicker, heavier dutier paper like the 160 GSM. So I am not a huge pastel fan. I don't know if you can tell from my work, but I'm not a huge pastel fan. I do like these. They are Fudenosukes, so I appreciate that. I did enjoy using them on the white. I would not use them on the black or the craft. I definitely not, the craft's not for me. And I mean, to each his own. Some people that's fine. For me, that's a no. But I'm happy I got these. I'm happy to add to my collection. And will I use them? Possibly for products, for future designs. But if you are super into pastels, I would strongly recommend getting these. It's always great when companies add color varieties to their product lines. So if you're super into pastels, or if you're a collectionist like I am, I would recommend these. If you are hoping to use these on black paper, make your own choice. They're not for me on black paper, but again, here you can see for yourself if that's something that you're willing to try. So I hope you enjoyed today's review, and I hope to see you in the next video. Please like and subscribe for more content like this, as well as tutorials on creative journaling. Thank you so much for watching today.